Hi, everybody, and welcome to another Joseph Morris live stream. If you're new here, hello, how are you? I'm Joseph Morris. I'm joined here by my beautiful, stunning, and brave co-host, Miss Gabby. And if you want to hang out and discuss some crazy breaking news, please make sure you hit the subscribe button, ring the bell so you never miss a live, and do not forget to press like on my video. Really helps out my channel a lot. There's actually a speculation channel right here that you can sound off all your opinions and comments because I will be reading them throughout this live stream. Or if you're watching this at a later date, please leave a comment down below. It always keeps things interesting. So this just in, the Oscars lied, and my dog is licking my hand because she's so happy about this. And there was speculation that they actually lied about this earlier because they're trying to cover their own butts about what had on their stage where Chris Rock was assaulted. So according to Will Smith was never asked to leave the Oscars following Sunday's slap, a new report claims, as Academy Governor Whoopi Goldberg says bosses were too scared to physically remove the stars over fears he was manic and would cause an on-camera scene. So on Thursday, conflicting accounts emerged of Sunday night's drama, and sources close to the star, Will Smith, told TMZ that Oscars producer Will Packer had directly approached Smith and told him, quote, "We do not want you to leave," end quote, after he slapped host Chris Rock for joking about Smith's wife, Jada. So according to Will Smith, they actually went up to him and said, "We don't want you to leave." So that's crazy. But an official Academy statement contradicts this, claiming that Smith had in fact asked to leave. So who's lying? And speaking on The View Thursday morning, Goldberg said she knew why no attempt had been made to forcibly remove Smith over the attack. So this is interesting because Goldberg actually has close connections to the Academy. Goldberg said Academy bosses feared Smith was having a manic episode and feared that any attempts to forcibly remove him could have resulted in an on-camera struggle. But according to TMZ, Oscars producer Packer told Smith he could remain at around 8 p.m., about 35 minutes after the slap and just 5 minutes before the actor won his first Academy Award for his role in King Richard. So you have both Whoopi Goldberg and Will Smith saying that he actually was never asked to leave. And then according to Will Smith, he actually was told to stay, which is crazy. However, Goldberg insisted that Smith was asked to leave, but that there were fears he was manic and would make a scene if security tried to physically escort him out. So let's play what Whoopi Goldberg had to say today on The View. And I'm going to try to get my dog to stop biting on my armchair. Thank you so much for being here. Interesting. So it is possible that the Academy leadership and Packer, the show's producer, delivered conflicting messages about whether Smith could remain for the ceremony. The Academy said in a statement on Wednesday that Smith ignored a request from the body's president, David Rubin, and CEO, Don Hudson, to leave, and that he had violated their code of conduct. The 53-year-old actor marched onto the stage on Sunday and hit Rock after Rock told a joke about Smith's wife, as we all know from this infamous video right here. Wow. So in that clip, he talks about being a protector because he won a award for being a protector of Venus and Serena Williams. He was won Best Actor, and it kind of plays into this whole idea that, you know, there's other ways to protect people that isn't just like punching somebody or slapping somebody, you know. I wish he had, you know, just used that moment instead to educate people about alopecia and how much that actually hurt him. So Georgina Wilson, like I said, justifying his actions. Let me just pull this up. Thank you so much for the super chats tonight. I really appreciate it. Like I said, justifying his actions. By the way, fake tears. Exactly. You know, it kind of feels like there's a kind of a victim complex going on here, and he wants to paint himself out to be a victim. Will Smith, according to an insider, is getting mental health help therapy after this. So hopefully all the best for Will. I think he does have some pent up issues inside him that causes him to react this way. And it's just very unfortunate to see this happening and play out. And, you know, you can tell that he was very upset over it as well. So, you know, just a sad situation all around. This is Will Smith again. He assaulted a Ukrainian.
Man, what the hell is your problem, buddy? All right.
And people are cheering.
Hey, sorry, you said kiss me in my mouth. It's joking. Lucky I ain't sucker punching. Oh, sorry, I said that on camera.
So isn't that crazy? There's this history that Will Smith has of being very violent, and that was him assaulting a Ukrainian reporter because they decided to greet him using his, you know, how they do in Europe, which is, you know, the kiss cheek to cheek. And he took that as this sort of, I don't know how he took that and what justified him to slap somebody like that is beyond me. It's just, there's other ways to react besides your hands. And Will Smith has a very violent past where he actually assaulted his record producer in 1993. But he was never charged for it because they dropped the charges, but the guy was left nearly blind. So let's look at Will Smith telling an exact same joke about someone being bald and telling that person, just laugh it off.
In this world, man, you can't do that in this world, man. Arsenio, they got rules. They got rules. Like, he has a rule. The bass player, he got a rule. He got to wax his head every morning. That's a rule. He follows the rules, man. He follows the rules. Oh, these are jokes. Come on. See, you got too into the characters and got hurt. Wait, we got to take commercial? How about the interview? We didn't do no interview. We're being silly. Okay, we'll come back and we'll act like adults. Yeah, because my mom told me she wants me to do a good, proper interview. So we'll be right back. We'll be right back with his mom.
So I saw somebody in the chat mention O.J. Simpson. So I know there's a video out there somewhere about O.J. Simpson and how he feels about it and how he feels it was justified, because I'm guessing O.J. Simpson says he understands because O.J. got away pretty much with murder. So let's play that.
The question I've been getting is Will Smith and Chris Rock. Hey, look, it was unfortunate. I think Will was wrong. Look, I understood the feeling. Now, in my life, I've been through a lot of crap, and I was raising two young kids, and every comedian in the country had an OJ routine, and don't think I wouldn't want to be slapped a couple of those guys, but you got to accept it's humor.
So yeah, if you got O.J. Simpson supporting you, that's not a place you would want to be. O.J. Simpson is the last person you would want to be supporting you. I also think Alec Baldwin spoke out on this. Alec Baldwin said he feels sorry for the people of the Oscars having it turn into a Jerry Springer show. And honestly, Alec Baldwin is the last person who should be talking about this, because as we know, there is, you know, he pretty much got away with murdering his director of photography on The Rust. So it's pretty crazy that these people are pretty much above the law. I saw someone in the chat mention Jussie Smollett, and Jussie Smollett also is out of jail after he created a hate crime hoax. This is what a comedian had to say about this. And I think what he had to say was very interesting. We played Wanda Sykes. Amy Schumer said she was traumatized. And let's play what this comedian had to say, because it is very interesting.
What Will Smith did, do you feel like was an attack on all comedians and maybe setting a precedent for what you can do, or jokes being not accepted in the right way?
Fuck that cuck. Let me tell you this.
Oh,
All right.
The idea that you're entitled to ask things because your feelings are hurt, you get to
sorry about that. I think there's another version I had that wasn't so swear wordy. So let me just say that. There's another version out there somewhere that it doesn't have all that in it. There's a bunch of memes coming out for it too. And yeah. So let's listen to what Joe Rogan had to say as I try to find this.
In terms of society standards, I don't think they would have accepted it the same way.
No.
It's like it was a rare instance where someone is so enormously famous and successful like Will Smith that they literally still allowed him to not just win the Academy Award, but also go up and accept it and give a speech after he assaulted a small comedian.
Yeah, they should have ejected him. They should have ejected him from the show.
100%. 100%. I agree with that. You can't just go smack a man in the face in front of the world and then go about business as usual. First of all, it sets a terrible precedent.
Yes.
In so many different ways. It sets a terrible precedent for comedy clubs.
Yes.
Like, are people going to decide that they're going to go on stage and smack the comedian
I
now?
hope they try to smack Brendan or you.
Well,
I just want to see one Joe Rogan turning sidekick. Yeah, Chuggy.
I don't necessarily think people are going to change their behavior, but dumb people might. But also, it's just like, what are we saying as a society when the people that we look up to, for whatever reason, for good or for bad, we look up to actors.
Yes.
And the Academy Awards is supposed to be them in their most regal outfits, their best behavior, and to drop down to violence for something so innocuous as a G.I. Jane joke.
Exactly. That's kind of what I'm saying. It was done really well. This is the clip I was looking for, the comedian clip that I actually took forever to censor. But, a lot of comedians are speaking out about this. Let me just play it.
What Will Smith did, do you feel like was an attack on all comedians and maybe setting a precedent for what you can do, or jokes being not accepted in the right way?
Tuck, let me tell you this, man.
All right.
The idea that you're entitled to things because your feelings are hurt, you get to assault one of the all-time greats because you feel, and then the cowards, the spineless cowards that are in Hollywood, in comedy. We have a list going of these. Anybody who did not stand up and say some shit for Chris Rock, we're going to ruin your life. I just want you to know that.
How come? Do you feel like that was an attack on all of comedy there?
It's what it is it's a display of entitlement. It's a very powerful, very wealthy, influential star who just decided, yeah, I didn't like that. I'm going to smack you. And then gets to sit down, collect his award, get a round of applause, enjoy his night. It's insane. It's like a gross exaggeration of, you see it all the time. I mean, you see entitlement everywhere. And that was on full display for the world to see. I have zero respect for that. And I feel like more people need to come out and say it. It's unacceptable.
Tom, what do you think Chris Rock was going to say? He held himself back. I feel like he was very composed. It looked like he was
stunned. He was stunned. He's a professional. He was stunned. He actually, you could tell when Will walks up that he's like, oh, this is going to be a funny bit. You're going to do something hilarious right now. And he gets smacked and he just doesn't even know.
Tom,
what to do.
Imagine if he walks up to him, puts his arm around him, and they start doing something that could have happened there, right? I mean, there could have been a funny bit that could have continued in that whole thing.
Clearly, that's what he thinks is going to happen. He clearly thinks that's going to happen, and it's amazing that he could even recover and move on. I mean, look, dude, it's wild that guy is getting away with that, and I just, it's just entitlement. I mean, it reminds me, I used to live in LA, and you'd be like on Beverly or Rodeo, and you see these people in Bentleys double park or be in a handicap zone, and then a parking enforcement person would be like, hey, you can't park here. And then the person in the Bentley goes, yeah, there's no spaces. And you're like, yeah, space, that's what happens. Go find a place to park. And sometimes the person would get intimidated and be like, okay. And then sometimes they'd be like, I don't give a f***, here's your ticket. And that's what Will Smith needs. He needs a big old fucking parking ticket. Okay.
Hell yeah.
Tom, what are you doing in New York? You doing shows? And is every comedian going to have a take on the Chris Rock, Will Smith in their bit?
Well, probably. I mean, I'll just let you know. If you come on my stage, I'm not saying, we know I can't jump. I'm not saying I can fight, but I'll bite your face off. I will disembowel you in front of your family if you come on my stage. So,
that's awesome.
I would tell you to get tickets, but all my shit sold out. I make fucking
Hey, even the Spanish.
I make a post-immunized Aaron Rodgers money. So you can't.
Yeah. So, I mean, that comedian, I had to cut, I literally went through that video frame by frame and cut out all the swear words because he swears a lot. But I think what he actually was saying was really, really important to comedians because this is not only an assault on Chris Rock, but the assault on comedy in general, because the whole point of comedy is you're supposed to laugh about things that you otherwise wouldn't necessarily laugh about. But there's humor to be found in literally every situation in your life. And for a lot of people, comedy is a healing thing. And I think someone actually said that, and it was Miss Joan Rivers. If you don't know Joan Rivers, I saw this documentary in theaters, and this one clip was the one clip that stood out to me. And then the second I heard about this story was I flashed back to that, being in that seat in that theater and listening to what Joan Rivers had to say about comedy. And I was like, yeah, that's why I love to laugh. That's why I love to tell jokes, make other people laugh, entertain, because that's what life is about. It's, you know, don't take everything so seriously no matter what. So let's listen to what she had to say.
Oh, I hate children. The only child that I think I would have liked ever was Helen Keller because she didn't talk. It is just... It's very funny. Yes, it is. And if you don't, then leave. It's funny if you have a deaf son. I happen to have a deaf mother. Oh, you stupid ass. Let me tell you what comedy is about. Go ahead and tell me. Oh, please. You are so stupid. Comedy is to make everybody laugh at everything and deal with things, you idiot. My mother is deaf, you stupid son of a bitch. Don't tell me. And just in case you can hear me in the hallway, I lived for 9 years with a man with one leg. Okay, you asshole, and we're going to talk about what it's like to have a man with one leg who lost it in World War II and never went back to get it, because that's fucking littering. So don't you tell me what's funny. Comedy is to make us laugh. 9/11, if we didn't laugh, where the hell would we all be? Think about that. Where the hell would we all be? How can you not find Osama? There is one outlet. He's on dialysis. There is one outlet in all of Afghanistan. Find a plug and follow the clue.
And that's how you deal with the heckler.
Okay. How about that?
That was like...
A deaf son. Oh, what a good way to build. That was a very difficult moment. It throws you terribly because, you know, the audience is so nervous and so scared to laugh. Your mind is going a mile a minute. Where am I going to go? What am I going to do? Where am I going to take them? So there are two things going on, your mouth and your head. Luckily, I was able to get them back.
So there was also this meme that I thought was kind of funny too.
Oh, wow. Wow.
I love it. I love it. Let's watch it again. That's pretty funny.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Wow. Hilarious. So let me just read some of your chats. Will and Jada are canceled. My dog thinks so too. Maybe the sun was there. Mango256 writes, Beautiful dreamer. Old school guys didn't touch wife and children when tearing a man down. Oh yeah, it was Madagascar. Yeah, I love Madagascar too. Rest in peace, Joan Rivers, Alice Kent writes. Mango256 writes, only on red carpet a couple times I felt bad for some Joan was making fun of. Yeah, exactly. You're a Potato writes, Shop Girl, how dare Chris Rock make a joke like that about Will Smith's wife? Chris Rock got what he deserved, in my opinion. You're a Potato. See, that's crazy. There's so many people. This is so divisive, this subject matter. And you know what? I'm going to ask Gabby a question right now. Hey, Gabby, do you think the Academy was lying about telling Will Smith to leave? If you choose my right hand, it's a yes. And if you choose my left, it's a no. Oh, she went for the right. Gabby thinks the Academy was lying. She always goes for my right hand. That was a trick question. Anyway, guys, thank you for joining me on the Joseph Morris live stream. If you're new here, hello, how are you? I am Joseph Morris. I am joined here by my beautiful, stunning, and brave Miss Gabby. And if you want to hang out and discuss some case studies such as the Will Smith, Chris Rock slap, please make sure you hit the subscribe button, ring the bell so you never miss a live. Do not forget to press like on my video. And if you want to be an amazing person, stay safe, make good decisions, and I will see you in the next video. Okay, guys, it's been really fun hanging out with you guys in all seriousness. I was only going to be up here for 10 minutes. You guys kept me company for, what is it, an hour now? So, please, an hour and a half. Holy, time flies when you're having fun, right? So I need to take my dog out, and I love you guys so much. And you guys have been awesome. Please make sure you subscribe, ring the bell so you never miss a live. Stay safe, make good decisions. And until next time, I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys. Bye, Okami. Bye, Genie M. Bye, V George. Thank you to all my mods. Love you.